Why do people play games? Is it because it's fun? But then, what is fun? In the Oxford Dictionary, fun is defined as enjoyment, amusement, or light-hearted pleasure. Fun things are intended purely for amusement. So how does this help us answer why games are played? It appears that there is a lot more to playing games than just pure fun. In the animal world, young animals play with each other to prepare themselves for their survival, making them better hunters, for example. But for humans, there is very little need to play games for the sake of survival. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we humans tend to associate our most primal and physiological needs as most important before we can address any other needs. But where does the need to play fall for humans? We shall have to take another step and look at another theory known only as the self-determination theory. According to the SDT's theory, people are motivated by a universal need for competence, autonomy, and relatedness. These needs are seen as innate and can be seen across all humanity, no matter the gender or culture. Taking another look at Maslow's hierarchy, we can see that video games provide very easy access, fulfilling these needs without requiring people to sacrifice the other needs, such as safety. Now let's take a look at the first need. Competence is the desire to seek to control and experience mastery. Platformers are an easy example of this, but instead we shall take a look at three very different games that provide for these needs in different ways: Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto 5, and League of Legends. Competence is sought out by those who wish to become the elite and feel the elite, and video games provide these through several different means. One way is visible progression. As a player progresses through a game and becomes better at it, the game rewards them with better things that represent their levels of mastery. Players donning full diamond gear and building wonderful structures are higher up than a beginner who is still trying to break stone with fists in Minecraft. GTA Online gives you more available gear the higher your level. In fact, your level is visible to any player on the server that you play on. League of Legends takes it another way and has a ranking system that gives you loading borders depending on how high up the ranks you are, with challenger players sought after for professional teams even. Autonomy is the urge to be in charge of one's own life and be independent, with choices that are meaningful. RPGs supply for this need very well with its freedom to do anything within the game's constraints, and in most cases make choices that affect the game's world. League of Legends gives you roles to play on your team, and within those roles there are many champions to choose from. It is up to the player to choose who they want to play as and how with what items to buy in order to beat the other team. Minecraft and GTA both give you sandboxes to roam and do whatever you please, at least at your own risk. The last need, relatedness, is the desire to be connected to and to form social bonds with others. Multiplayer games take the cake here, where you are playing with other people to beat the game or each other. Minecraft allows you to form servers of players that play in the same world, building or surviving together against the world or even each other. GTA Online allows friends and clanmates to play together as a clan with the same logo. League of Legends puts you in teams of actual people to fight other people, emphasizing the teamwork required to win. So how does fun have anything to do with why somebody plays a game? In game design, the Mechanics, Dynamics, Aesthetics Framework, or MDA for short, is something that is used to analyze games. From this framework, it can be deduced that mechanics generate dynamics, which in turn generates aesthetics. This is how a designer will view a game. From the perspective of a player, it'll be the other way. The game is experienced through the aesthetics from the game dynamics, and that comes from the mechanics. From the MDA framework, 8 kinds of fun can be found. Among these 8 kinds of fun, sensation engages the senses directly through the use of audio and graphics, or even through tactile feel, as can be seen through games such as Dance Dance Revolution. Fantasy provides a make-believe world for people who wish to escape into another world, like the Elder Scroll games. Narrative, on the other hand, involves stories, whether it is the story told by the developers themselves or by the player's actions, like how people make their own stories in The Sims. Challenge brings out the competitive sides of people who wish to enjoy the thrills of hard difficulties, like those who enjoy Minesweeper. Fellowship brings people together and makes use of social components, allowing social interaction between players. The greatest example is the World of Warcraft and its massive number of clans and players. Discovery brings out the explorer in players and demands those who wish to seek the unknown. The Legend of Zelda series puts a lot of emphasis on discovery into its level design, mechanics, and even the narrative. Expression is how games allow people to express themselves and show their abilities to others, whether in-game or in the real world. Customization and creation are key here. While a great example of this is Minecraft, another good example is Fable, where the hero changes physically according to morality and abilities. And finally, we get to Submission, where the game is treated as a pastime for many days and weeks, like Hearthstone, which can be picked up anytime like every other collectible card game. This list is just a general one, but it can be connected to the self-determination theory. Competence, for example, falls right under challenge and shares expression with autonomy and relatedness. There are many other explanations for why people play games, like the 14 forms of fun, and this, including all that we've discussed, is just the surface of understanding our relationship to games.